I'm Paul Haber, Operations Manager for Titan Protection Services, and today your instructor in this course of several lessons called the ABCs of Security. In Lesson 1, we will discuss what is security. ABCs of Security. Lesson 1, what is security and what is it not? Task, develop and demonstrate basic understanding of the function of the security department or company and the role of a uniformed security agent. Condition, given a description of the duties of the security agent and how they differ from police. Standard, explain the differences between the two types of enforcement and the limitations of the security agent's authority. The Security Professional's Creed. Notice that the key here is to protect, prevent, and promotion of safety. On September 11, 2001, American life and the security industry changed drastically with the attack on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon by Islamic terrorists. The role of the security officer. Prior to 9/11, security was often placed on the back burner by corporate America. We agree with your observations, but unfortunately there will be no funds for increased security until something bad happens. On 9/11, something very bad did happen. The events of 9/11 has caused our leaders to lift their heads from the sand and decide that it is cheaper and more moral to be preemptive in security measures. Today, security is among our highest priorities and, most likely, will remain so for years to come. The security industry is in a state of transition and evolution. Industry standards have changed since 9/11 and continue to evolve daily as new techniques and technologies are developed. The key to our survival is closely tied to our ability to remain open-minded, vigilant, and adaptable in terms of our security. Nothing can be more important to our survival as a free nation than our alertness, vigilance, and our security. Keep all of this in mind as you begin your journey in becoming a professional security agent. New security agents may not have a perfectly clear understanding of the new occupation they've entered. In fact, even those with some experience may find that, although they have been carrying out their jobs as ordered, they have not formed a clear idea of just what security is. This is understandable because there are different ideas in circulation about the security's mission and its essence. But here is the view that most professional practitioners in commercial industrial security would agree with. Security means protection. It means protection of the employer's plant, store, bank, or property, supplies and equipment, employees and visitors. Oregon's Department of Public Safety and Training, DPSST's private security program, provides training and licensing services to its constituents in an industry-initiated effort to enhance professionalism among member businesses and employees who provide services in the state of Oregon. The program works together with its policy committee members and the Board on Public Safety Standards and Training to establish professional standards, provide training to assist constituents in meeting those standards, and enforce licensure and certification requirements for private security professionals and private investigators. The training and authority given to those individuals varies greatly from that of commissioned law enforcement officers. We'll discuss some of the differences shortly. Let's have a little history of the profession in order to more closely understand. According to Wikipedia, a security guard, known as a security inspector, security officer, protection agent, is a person licensed by a government or private party to protect the employing party's property, people, equipment, money, and so forth from a variety of hazards such as criminal activity, waste, damage to property, unsafe worker behavior, and so on, by enforcing preventative measures. Security personnel do this by maintaining a high visibility presence to deter illegal, inappropriate actions, looking either directly through patrols or indirectly through monitoring alarm systems or video surveillance cameras for signs of crime or other hazards such as fire, taking action to minimize damage such as warning and escorting trespassers off property, and reporting any incidents to their clients and emergency services, such as the police or paramedics as appropriate. Security officers are generally uniformed to represent their lawful authority to protect private property. Security guards are generally governed by legal regulations which set out the requirements for eligibility, such as criminal records check, and the permitted authorities of security guard in a given jurisdiction. The authorities permitted to security guards vary from country and subnational jurisdictions. Security guards are hired by a range of organizations, including businesses, government departments, and agencies, and not-for-profit organizations like churches and charitable institutions. Until the 1980s, the term watchman, as you see in the slide, was more commonly applied to this function, a usage dating back to at least the Middle Ages in Europe, where there was no form of government. The term was carried over to North America, where it was interchangeable with night watchman, that is, security guard, until both terms were replaced with the modern security-based titles. The uniformed security agents are those who ultimately carry out the policies of the organizations who employ them. There are two key areas that security agents must understand. One is in the way in which their roles differ from that of police. Second is the nature and scope of their duties. Security officers and agents are not police. New security personnel may suppose, because they've been given a police-like uniform to wear, and because they may be issued or allowed to carry a firearm or other weapon, that a security agent is something like a police officer, or the job involves catching crooks. Those are misguided ideas. Security personnel in most places are simply private citizens, not sworn police officers. They have no specially conferred powers of arrest other than those that the statutes confer on every private citizen. A security guard is a person who is paid to protect property, assets, or people. A peace officer or police officer is paid by a government to uphold the law and to apprehend criminals. One huge difference is that the police have a duty to intervene to arrest someone who commits a crime. It's their job. The security agent only has the right to intervene, and only then if he or she personally witnessed the crime. In addition, the police officer may make an arrest after receiving information from a third party. A security agent must witness the crime personally and determine if it is a serious crime. As far as catching crooks is concerned, most security managers would say the job of security agent is prevention, not apprehension. Management would rather see officers preventing theft, preventing accidents and injuries, preventing fire, preventing disturbances, than trying to collar a criminal. In fact, most security managers would rather see a security agent jotting down a description and a license plate number and letting the trespasser or burglar escape to be apprehended later than giving chase to the person. Here is a motto that security personnel should keep in their mind at all times: prevention, not apprehension. There used to be an image of the security officer as a not-so-responsible night watchman who just sat around and kept an eye on things. That is no longer true, if it ever was. Security personnel are professionals with special knowledge and training. Among the important features of their work are the following. Agents keep an eye on things. Just like that night watchman of old, but more systematically than he ever did, agents patrol their assigned areas, alert for anything that needs special attention. They know their areas intimately. All alarm systems, sprinkler systems, security areas, and power panels. In case they should come upon an emergency, they know how to contact police, firefighters, medical help, or key personnel in the organization. Agents have the same commitments to their assigned posts that characterize as military duty. They are expected to always be on time. They do not leave their post until properly authorized relief arrives. They also know that it is their responsibility to see that another agent is on duty on their post before they go off duty. Agents possess certain specialized knowledge. They know how to administer first aid if necessary. They know how to direct traffic, to conduct a citizen's arrest, question a witness. They are trained in the operation of security equipment, including radio, closed-circuit TV systems, and possibly firearms. Agents know that complete and accurate reports are essential to a well-run security operation. They keep their daily activity reports carefully, logging special visits and other occurrences as they happen. When agents see things that are out of order or potentially dangerous or just not as they should be, they should correct things if they can, but the agent should always include the incident on an incident report or information report. How to submit your quiz. First, open a Word document, type your answers on the Word document and save it, and attach that document to the email and send it to the operations manager and the CEO. Here are your review questions for Lesson 1.